I'm so nervous. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Well, there's smoke everywhere. It's pouring coolant out of the bottom, and it smells really bad. And there's a check engine light. But despite that, I think the first start went pretty well. Underneath the hood here is a 2-liter Boxer 4-cylinder engine with a turbocharger that makes 227 horsepower. Now, that is more horsepower than in the Forester, but when mated to a 4-speed automatic, everybody is here all at once, this performance experience can seem quite dulled, especially when it comes to the typical single turbo lag that you get. In my personal opinion, if you want a WRX, what I would do is save up and get the manual transmission model. Well, when I say what I would do, that's exactly what I didn't do, but next time I definitely will. This car is at 192,000 miles, but don't worry, it's on its 3rd engine. Yes, you heard that right, 3rd engine. These EJ205s can be quite fragile if you drive them hard. All right, it's getting quite dark. But luckily, the interior lights of the Impreza are better than the interior lights on the Forester, so we're good. Oh, wait. All right. All right, I'm ready to drive my Subaru now.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Epic.
nice, dude.
You want to know why? I told you it was wrong. I told you!
Then you do it.
You.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, dude. Oh, no, we're fucking!
Hey, good shit.
I'm gonna die surrounded by the world's biggest idiots.
Hey, wait. Hey, give me that wood, bro.
Can I have a pickaxe?
You don't deserve a pickaxe. Can you give me all the cobblestone you have?
I saved them. Thanks to you.
Oh, look! Ah! Penny! I think I'm in a safe place. Oh.
Whoa, you're not safe!
No, God, no! Fuck me.
Oh god.
Oh, what? We open the hood and we see twin power turbo prominently and proudly displayed over what is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. A staggering 256 horsepower, which is 72 more than my car. I can't vouch for the reliability of this engine because I haven't owned this car for 20,000 miles like the other car, but This car in particular has 27,000 miles, and it's just nice to open the hood and not see oil leaks everywhere and not smell burning oil. If I were to buy one, I'd probably just be safe and stick with the 4-cylinder 330 because it looks decently easy to work on, and 250 horsepower is a hell of a lot more than what I have in my car, so it's definitely an improvement. Rear seat room of the E46. Now, again, I say this every single time, but I am 6'2.5", I believe. So, climb in.
Squeeze ourselves in.
So, if you man spread, it's okay. But if you don't man spread, we're actually approaching our destination. And up here, there is some difficult and challenging terrain. Now, we are in the typical 4x4 area. 4x4s like this know this sort of terrain very well. So this should be no problem for my 4-wheel drive Land Rover Freelander. I mean, it's got pedigree, Camel Trophy, G4 Challenge. I think it'll be able to do fine right here. So, thumbs outside the steering wheel, right fellas? Right, here we go. That's a bit of a dip right there. Whoa, we're doing fine. Now I do have 18-inch wheels on quite narrow tires, so I'm a little bit worried right here because I don't have much sidewall to protect. Okay, there we go. The V6 giving me plenty of power up and over that. Oh yes, okay. And I think, whoa, and we're through. And here we are at our typical 4x4 destination.
Thank you for choosing Beans and Brews. Let me start it for you.
Hi, can I get a large Pondberry refresher, please, with the coconut milk? That'll be it for me.
Also, look through the window.
Sweet. This is what 4x4s do. I hate to tell you, but this is what they do most of the time. Hey, at least it's not Starbucks. This is a local coffee place. Way better than Starbucks. Hey, good, how are you?
Good. Hi, $6.55 for you today.
Thank you.
Thank you for you.
I'm doing a video about how most 4x4 SUVs like of this type spend more of their time in a coffee shop drive-thru than they do off the pavement.
That's funny.
I think I'm correct in that.
Okay, just give us a second on that.
Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, she left to be polite. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Rob, man, enjoy.
I almost said you too. I was very close. I stopped myself just in time. Ah, lovely. Now the Freelander has 4 front cup holders. So anyone who argues against how most of them spend their time going for coffee runs, yeah, your argument isn't valid. All complaining aside about the styling, the rear seat room, the trunk space, that V8 sounds sick. It really makes me want to try the M550i because to me that sounds like the best of everything, including that V8 noise. But again, we're here because we want to try to love this car, so let's take it for a drive. Steering wheel is delivered to me. Ooh, I feel so special. He thinks that we're just talking about his car, so I told him to say his ownership experience. Had to make up something stupid, so. Wow. All right, so this is Chad. Hello, everybody on YouTube. He's like somebody that actually watches my videos. I skip parts. You watch, just say you watch. All right, yeah, I watch the videos. Which is in my car.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
Whoa. Yeah, watch. This is the best part. Stand right there.
It actually has headlights now.
It works.
Before, all you get was this much light.
the fact that you had that light dead for so long was driving me insane. So I'll talk you through what we've done.
Okay.
So this is basically, I wasn't actually reviewing the car. Because that'd be boring, nobody would watch it.
Nobody watches a Toyota Prius review.
Yeah, so this is kind of like part of your birthday present from me and Thomas.
Thank you.
I did the exterior, Thomas did the interior. So
Hell.
clay bar the entire
I can tell.
front of the
She's
car,
shiny.
polished the entire thing. All the red that you see has been polished. This was polished probably 5 or 6 times. 3 or 4 times by me, and then 3 more times by my dad. And
Wow.
Just feel the back of your hands.
It's not rough. Dude, it's clean as shit in here.
I had to throw away 4 empty cans.
Thank you.
Like 20 receipts.
problem.
Thank you.
The back didn't turn out as well as we wanted to, but it's better.
No, it looks amazing.
Every moment that you're going to be driving the car is where Thomas did the work.
Yeah, all of
So-
them. Damn.
But mine is just outside. But the headlight is the one thing that I really wanted to get
Oh, yeah.
fixed, because that's bothered me for ages.
Actually, oh
So,
I can't see it.
it's
not. I can't
Riley's just looking through all the headlights, and somehow I got the one that seems perfect
You're freaking awesome.
and the exact same.
Yeah, no, that's just
So,
such a huge help.
Now you're free to enjoy your car.
It's all nice and clean, and this is where we're gonna drive it out.
Enjoy this car. I can go enjoy it.
The open terrain.
That's why I got my window open. In case I blow a tire on something.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about the tires, your undercarriage.
Yeah, the undercarriage is fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, water. How far is it? You're like an 1/8 of the way, probably. Cool. Let me get the top.
An 1/8 of the way.
Don't show fear.
Go and stay on that right side. There's enough room for you.
I guess so. Gotta hit that tree.
So I would just stay away from the rocks. Stay on anything that looks like it's gonna.
This is proper off-road.
Doesn't require clearance. And you can hook close right here.
That's so insulting. Have you crunched anything yet? Like ground it out? No.
I guess you're gonna have to stay on that cliff, or you could just accept the risk of going straight over. It's kind of your 2 choices.
Ooh,
Yep,
there
that
you
was
go.
it.
Just kidding.
Here's.
Yeah,
That's.
I noticed.
Alright, you know, okay, yeah, yep, I agree. I don't think there's much other alternative, hopefully.
It just.
Yeah, you got it. Dude,
Yeah, this thing.
nice. Go left. Nice, holy shit. Made it. Wow, that's
that
impressive.
That was definitely impressive right there. Sitting in this interior, it feels like it's from the future. It genuinely makes every other BMW feel old-fashioned, in my opinion. It's a beautiful interior, and I really love it. This is the X-Drive 50, and it has 516 horsepower, and it's not even the top version. So let's get it out here. Whoa, that was a surprise. Okay, I had the iconic sounds on this time, so it just took off and it felt like I was in some sort of Star Trek movie. I mean, wow. The regenerative braking, yeah, that works. Jeez. Whoa. Yeah, It's a lot more fun with the sounds on. Jesus Christ. So what can I tell you about what's happened with this car since I took it off-roading in the Uintas on some rocks, drove it through some water, enjoyed the off-road four-wheel drive experience? Well, it's now front-wheel drive. It's a real shame. Damn, so irritated at myself. It was faster than I should have been driving. Not a colossal amount of faster, but still enough to really give it a bloody nose. So supposedly there's a tow truck commissioned that will arrive at some point after giving me a phone call. And I guess we'll assess the damage at the house of the parents and we'll see if it's repairable or not. So I'll see you then. Again. Oh. Yeah. Woohoo. Good work. Right. Ta-da! Look who's back on the road and ready to shred some more canyon corners and hopefully not hit any more wildlife drags. Now this car is very serious and German, so it might not have that kind of stuff. I don't think it does. But what it does have is a very, very nice infotainment display. I'm going to sound like Doug DeMuro when I say this, but one nice thing that you can do with it is you can display multiple things at once. So I've got my maps right here, I've got Phil Collins right next to it, I've got the weather next to that, and personal assistant telephone. You get all these widgets and you can actually customize them, move them about. So if you don't want the map and Phil Collins there, you can move something else in. If I hit menu here, I get all of these apps. Now I cannot go through every single app because there is a ridiculous amount of apps on this thing, probably more than on my own smartphone. I've got uneven road surface, Wi-Fi connections, displays, doors and windows, charging, BMW shop, BMW assistance, live vehicles, Spotify, Sirius XM, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Oh yeah, which is wireless, by the way.
Someone just got like one of those big long brass. They're like
What?
the big. They're not tubas. They're like big trumpets.
Figure out.
The slidey ones.
The trombone.
Yes. Someone like has one, and they're like outside of my window playing it.
We're playing on latest release, right?
So this edit with the pigs, it's the same.
We're playing on latest release, right?
Oh, fuck off.
We're playing on latest release, right?
They have.
They have resistance.
We're playing on latest release, right?
My sword.
Before any of you guys ask, this food is mine. Back.
See him. He's over here. Not anymore.
What? Not anymore. There are no apex seals on here to worry about, but it is a Mazda, so you need to know where to top off your oil. And that's right here. Should be easy. If you spill, it's okay. It's just a plastic engine cover, so. This is a car you're gonna be using every day. You want to be able to put your kids or your friends in the back. So let's see if it's comfortable. Whew. Ow! I closed the door on my... All right. Okay. Okay, all right, okay. All right, it really speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? Walking around the front end of the Model 3. Oh no, my car's broke down again. Let's just go see what's wrong. Oh goodness, somebody left a cooler in here. There's no engine. Of course, yes, it's electric, so you don't really need anything up here. It's just another trunk. Some electric cars have front trunks, some don't. It really depends on mechanical components and engineering and design, but this one does, and it's actually pretty big. I mean, you could fit a surprising amount of stuff in here. One interesting thing to note is that there's a button here to open the trunk. So if you're a very small person and you get kidnapped, it's okay, because while you're on the highway on the way to the woods where you'll be killed and buried, you can press that button, open the trunk, so the driver has no idea where he's going. But then you can hop out of a moving vehicle onto the highway and get run over, and you basically just die anyways. And we put the throttle down about halfway and launch into space. This car is so ridiculously quick to accelerate, it's almost unreal. Open it up. I'm a little bit nervous. So straighten out the wheel. And it flies! This thing is... Oh my God, this thing is so fast. Oh, this thing is just insane. Still, I was able to drive it to visit my friend up in Boise, Idaho over the weekend. I slept in it, which was actually, despite being a tall man myself and the car being a small wagon, sleeping in it was, I have literally no complaints. It was perfect. I mean, I was amazed by how easily I was able to sleep in here, but it could do with the kitchen back here, I think. Cooked some baked beans by the lake with my homies. You guys know what I'm saying. We move on to a much smaller SUV, the Freelander. And to do that, we have to open the back door, so just look away for 1 second. There. All right, we're back. It was that long since I drove it. The Freelander has a much smaller cargo area back here than the Discovery, but it does sort of make up for it with an underfloor storage compartment, which is lockable, which is nice. I've got a cargo cover, and again, the rear seats do fold down. And what's really nice about the Freelander is that when you fold the rear seats down, you can go back around and fold them up against the driver and passenger seat. Which, when you do that, nothing to see here, makes it actually a really good little cargo van back here. There's a lot of space. It's nice and square. I just moved recently and I was able to fit a surprising amount of garbage in the back of this. Now that this has suddenly, now that this has suddenly appeared, you can see that, like the Discovery, you have a storage pocket, but there's no door handle release because there's no 3-row seating option, obviously. But you do have that, which is nice. Now you can take that back. All right. Ow. So we move on from the small cargo area to rear seat room, which, love that. The Range Rover is very substantial. And I tell you what, you guys, The weather's getting a little bit too British for me, so why don't we hop behind the wheel and talk more about the cars inside while we drive. And we're gonna decide on a final winner there. So let's start with where everybody starts, the Freelander, the cheapest car in the lineup. Let's get out of this weather, shall we? You're on a nice little business trip, right? You wanna watch some quality content. Just press that button. Oh. And I believe it's a 31-inch screen. Folds down from the ceiling. How cool is that? Oh man. There is nothing, no luxury car comes close to having this, you guys.